Hello, welcome everybody to another episode of Did You Hear Me? A very special VD episode of Did You Hear Me?
Sounds dirty.
We got a room full. Very honored here to have some special guests. But first, PackMan's here.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. It's gonna be something.
And the sheriff is here.
Could be another underground episode here.
Could be, and each of us are joined by our better halves, as we have explained in previous episodes. Definitely better than us, but we're joined by our spouses.
Got a cherry getting popped over here on the left.
That's he's referring to Big Brain. That's his wife. She's here.
Word.
That's good. And PackMan, introduce your better half.
Returning once again. Saw her before. It's Doc Laladay.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah. And I've got the special agent here.
Hello.
What are you, British now? Like an accent.
We'll see.
He's already hating on her.
Yeah. Do you is this gonna work? So the premise of this episode is we're obviously here as couples on this VD weekend, Valentine's Day, for all those who don't know which VD we're talking about. Here with the loves of our life, and each couple has one microphone because we work best as teams. So we'll see how this works out.
If it's anything like the Doc's tandem kayaking trip with me, we are headed straight for divorce.
Yeah, I had a Vegas trip last year. PackMan, Doc Laladay decided to do a tandem kayak because they're the best team out there. I don't know how'd that work out.
It was a fun ride to watch, for sure.
We were not fighting as much as the people in the other tandem kayak. So
That's true.
Yeah, we were not in sync, and I don't know. We won't do a tandem kayak again.
No.
We'll put it like that.
Special agent, why don't you, since we're already sipping, everybody's drinking on these sparkly drinks, go ahead and tell us what the drink of the week is.
So this is a Valentine version, I guess, of a mimosa? Or is mimosa only with orange juice?
Whatever you
we'll go
want.
for mimosa.
Okay. So it's strawberry flavored juice with champagne, and we have some gold glitter mixed in there, just for a little flair.
This is edible glitter.
It is.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day.
Don't go too
Don't
hard.
ting me too hard.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
And then,
Shiny
what's in
turds.
y'all's? Not champagne.
We ran out of nice looking glasses, so the sheriff and I went back to an oldie but a goodie from previous episode. We got some White Lightning with the strawberry mix.
Could be Jared's favorite episode.
Could
New
be.
listener.
What? So, as we mentioned in previous episodes, took us Doc Laladay and Big Brain are in the medical field, so I'm going to go ahead and ask my question. This is true, this glitter's coming out again, right?
I hope so.
Well, what I mean
I'm not
is,
going to hold your mic the whole time either. We're off to a bad start with this microphone share.
what I meant is there going to be some sparkle surprises? Because we're all, after listening to your episode, we're all checking the toilet for our stool because we have to for health reasons. Is there going to be a sparkly surprise?
Well, yes. I mean, I would assume so. But yes, we will all be checking our stool to look and see.
It could come out the other way,
What's the other way?
through your mouth.
Well, I will confirm that I tested the glitter yesterday, and it did come back out. So.
Which orifice?
Thank you for all. Which orifice?
Saw it again.
Big Brain, are you talking about you're so skilled that you can go either in with the excrement?
I might, since I'm on antibiotics. Don't know how all this is gonna fare well together.
Get the mic up in your mouth.
Fare well together.
Get it in your mouth. You gotta be right there at it.
Pause.
Get it in your mouth.
All right. Okay, so we can...
Oh boy.
Oh,
There
yeah.
has been a Scott Bobby special movie that
Oh,
starred a lady with a butthole mouth. So
Oh,
I
that.
would prefer
Just
not to
saying.
remember any of that. Any of that happened in that nighttime.
Yeah, this I
was a
have not
strange
seen it, but
movie.
I've heard y'all watched a movie where somebody did their business outside.
Do you
of their
remember what it
mouth.
was called?
And there was a movie, and Scott Bobby recommended it.
Oh, don't remember the name of it. Scott Bobby, reach out to the podcast and tell us the name of that movie. But yeah, it was a.
The first and now the former listener is what he's calling himself.
Oh, is that so? Why is that? Do tell.
He said he needed a playbook for all the code names and nicknames, and even though he's part of this upside down pineapple crew.
Why is it upside down?
Okay, another question to get into.
Yeah. I will go ahead and get into it.
Oh,
When the sheriff is, probably been in our friend group the least amount of time, we'd say. Just because he moved in.
The
That's
newest.
correct.
The newest.
Yeah.
I've also told every episode that y'all can't stand me, so.
Yeah, we tolerate you. So he swore
Same.
because we all hang out, all the wives and husbands hang out, that we were some kind of fishbowl.
Keys in a
yeah,
fishbowl.
Keys in a fishbowl
Keys in a
club,
fishbowl.
upside down pineapple, all those references.
Referring to swingers, big brain.
I don't know why it has to be upside down. Why can't it just be a normal pineapple?
It's a signal.
Does it have to be upside down?
It's an actual
It's a signal.
Yeah, for those
It's
people
like a
that do this.
bat signal.
Yeah. So like if you're strolling down the street and you see somebody has an upside down
So if
pineapple,
it's upright, it's fine.
it's fine. It's good. They just like fruit.
If it-
Yeah. If it's upside down, they like to throw it around. So there you go.
Oh,
Yeah. So
would you hand me that mason jar, please?
you're already out. Okay. Here we go.
Already out.
Oh my gosh.
Already out.
So in this,
This might be one to
Yeah.
watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
Instead of listening, there's a lot going on in here.
there is. This might be hard to follow with audio only. 'Cause there is a lot happening.
Cheers.
And Big Brain's done with number 12. I'm just
Only
kidding.
two. Only
Just a
two.
couple.
I got 4 kids. I can drink as much as I want to.
You are correct. They got a babysitter for tonight and everything, and we're all going out to dinner after we record this.
Maybe.
Maybe
Monstrosity.
yeah, our last episode.
I need you to be a little more optimistic.
Yes, man.
This is gonna go viral.
Yeah, we're gonna go viral.
We might.
Pause.
Yeah, we might go viral.
We got a question later.
And we got strep throat over here, self-diagnosed.
Yeah.
Self-diagnosed, sorry.
So, we'll start there. We'd love to let our listeners know who we are, make sure
Thank you,
they
Doc.
know what's going on. So, Big Brain and the sheriff have 4 deputies. Was there a game plan in that?
Terrible.
Seems like a
kids.
lot.
Just to get pregnant as many times as possible.
You accomplished it. Is there?
I had a 2-for-1 deal in there. Okay,
Hashtag winning.
it wasn't as much.
Couples goals.
It was technically only 3 altogether
Because twins.
for cause of the twins. Yes.
3 pregnancies.
Full disclosure, Evie, who's our youngest, could be number 9 at this point.
You could have 9 kids right now.
Full disclosure.
That's God bless you.
Let's talk about
Y'all still got a couple on ice, right?
just one.
Just one.
Just
Just
one.
one more on
Gotta
ice.
talk into the microphone, big brain. I know this is your.
Just one. She's frozen, and I hear her in my head all the time go, "Help me!" You gotta give her a chance at life, you know.
Yeah, I think you do at this point. After that graphic description of the poor child screaming,
Also-
Sheriff, what are you doing, Sheriff?
The other night we were laying in bed, and I was trying to conjure spirits. I did not get any response, but I tried real hard. Even with Toby Keith, R.I.P.
All right.
R.I.P.
So, like
These
Ouija
are,
board? Like,
no,
Yeah.
let me explain the
Please.
cobwebs in Big
Please.
Brain. Pause. These are like former relatives. I shouldn't say former relatives,
Toby
deceased
Keith
relatives.
It's not a formal.
Toby Keith was the only non-relative, but
That she was
still
trying to
feel like he
contact?
could be a relative. Yeah, asking me if my mom like reached out.
Okay, pause. Can I get an explanation of how they were being summoned?
She was just asking me if I felt them, if
That's not
when
what
she said their name, they entered the room.
Hold on, I want Big Brain to explain how she
Okay, Big brain.
how
Back
she
on.
requested.
So what I
them.
did was I laid in the bed, and I put I put my arms out flat.
Please watch the YouTube.
And I
This
said,
is good.
XYZ, if you're here, let us know.
Just tell him who.
I asked for his dad, his grandfather, Toby Keith.
My dad is
And-
still alive.
Oh,
He's already drunk.
his grandfather. I mean his grandfather. Either way, nobody responded. There was no lights. There was no flickering. I felt nothing. Have y'all ever felt anything?
Do you feel like you were doing your best job to summon them?
I probably could have
Was
got
this a
some.
spur of the moment?
Yes.
Okay, I think you need to get
Some
entranced.
candles out.
Yep.
Maybe a spell. Have y'all ever done that?
No, I can't say that I have.
No.
Have y'all ever
No,
felt
that's why I
spirits
asked.
from the
I wasn't
beyond?
sure how it would work.
I actually have felt a person in the room with me. It was at my grandparents' house. I'll hold the mic so you don't have to
Yes, please.
strain your arm.
Strain it.
Burn.
But yes, I was at my grandparents' house. I was little. And I remember they had the linoleum floors. And I remember laying in the bed and hearing somebody walk up to the bed. And I knew that I just knew it was my brother. And then I couldn't hear, I never heard them walk away. And I just kept my eyes closed.
That's amazing.
But nobody ever said anything or
So,
anything like that.
Didn't confirm, but you heard.
I heard him walk
nobody
up
was
to
there.
the bed. Yeah, it was very
Interesting.
strange.
So, you work in a very place of employment where people pass, unfortunately.
That was
You ever
a kid.
hear anybody? I know. Is that?
Okay.
I'm asking asking a question here. You ever had any paranormal experiences in the medical arena? Like you heard somebody leaving their body before they,
Not in the clinic.
Okay. Those people pass away in the clinic.
I hope not.
Well, we did have an instance the other day where I don't know if he actually passed away, but they were doing chest compressions on him as he was leaving, but I don't know that.
Okay, so it doesn't happen very frequently. I thought it was
Not
like
frequently.
happening all the
No,
time.
no.
Tell them about Pat at the Maxie's house.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Well, how could I forget about Pat?
Good tandem right here.
We named it Pat because, much like the movie, we don't know if it's a man or a woman.
And androgynous name.
Very androgynous.
Patrick,
I don't know
Patricia.
that. I don't know that.
Almost like
Yes.
androgynous. Good
Yeah.
word. Like,
SNL, a lot of SNL actors and actresses.
Okay.
But Pat, we would hear doors slamming in our house in the middle of the night. Sean never would really believe, but what got him to believe was in the middle of the night the TV turned on, and it was on like an HDMI when we turned it off. And when we woke up, it was on
A different one.
on like the regular TV, and you actually had to change
Like
it.
physically.
Yeah, physically
In the
change
house you
it
live in now?
in Max's.
I was about to say, I've
Different
never
house.
felt anything.
Yeah.
It was crazy,
Too
and
new.
it was loud.
Too new.
Yeah,
she would know.
Well, this
over
house,
here.
what year was that house built? The one you're talking
it
about?
was
It's old.
150 years old.
Yeah,
It was an old
A lot of
house.
chance for spirits.
I don't think Big Brain's clear that Maxie's is a region in the state
City.
of Georgia.
Oglethorpe. It's in Oglethorpe County,
Oglethorpe,
almost Greene County. Yeah, and what, other than that TV turning on that night, the other thing that got me was Millie would hear stuff too, and she would be like, "What's that?" And I'm just like, I'm trying to explain it. There's a draft. It's an old house. There's a draft slamming doors, but it was.
Did you
there
bring
was
the
some
color
weird
barrier
stuff.
at Maxie's?
Was it?
Probably.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, the Jackie Robinson
Hey, that's-
of
hey.
Maxie's, Georgia. Yeah, so that could be it. Get out. They're telling me to get
There
out.
we go.
Get out. A little get out moment.
Yep. So
Pause.
I wonder, I'd be curious, every once in a while we pass by the house, or she used to a lot more when she had her other job, home healthcare nursing, but I'd be curious if the new owners had
Do a
anything.
little,
Yeah.
a little mobile interview one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. He's a
Oh,
Chicago
big
Bears fan, so I try to steer clear.
Oh,
Man,
But
really desecrated the
Yeah.
house.
Was this
Time.
on Main Street in Oglethorpe?
Yeah.
yes, yep, it was the house with the yellow door. For
So, my friend's
anybody that
wedding, we
knows.
stayed at a house. No shit. Oh, sorry.
That's all
Oh,
good.
This just happened this past fall, and she was like, "This looks so cute. This will be great." Sorry, Mal, I love you. But also,
Shut
when
up.
we got there, it was like death was upon us. And no lie, we got there and there was a door that went down a stairwell to the basement, and it looked like
Saw.
I don't know, something was coming up out of that basement. So we locked it in with the door.
Were you staying at the bed and breakfast? That's right.
No, it was like an Airbnb.
Okay, so
Did not
From the
sleep
shelf.
till 3 a.m. I was certain I was going to die.
She sensed it.
Glad you made it out. So,
at the witching hour, you were able to sleep.
Yeah, right. I know.
yeah.
Makes sense.
A little
If
coincidence.
I'm going to go, that's going to be the way.
I think Big Brain is thinking that,
I love the way y'all snatched that microphone from each other. This is exactly what I envisioned when we were in here sharing microphones.
every man or woman for himself. Or herself. No, stand by. She's got another thought on her 12th mimosa. I think Big Brain's just expecting a little more egregious passing over to our world from the paranormal or the supernatural. I believe everything they've said. I think all of us have some crazy stories working third shift, whatever, at our place of employment, but it's kind of like almost inferred, you know what I'm saying? Like they're just turning the TV on, or because Jim Moore, I think, lives in a haunted house, a UConn football coach.
Okay.
That's a good little bit on game day.
While this conversation is compelling, I would like for all of us to talk about how we each met for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were ever going to get into the Valentine part of this Valentine's episode.
Hey, we just roll with it.
Yeah,
How we do it.
Straight into the
We're
paranormal.
going to be 3 hours in before we get to anything.
No doubt. Well, we already started with the 4 kids and 1 on ice and others that could have been. And
I want to hear Big Brain tell the story.
yeah, how'd y'all meet?
Back when my stomach was way smaller.
He was way smaller.
Tell
Tell him more.
I was dating somebody else at the time.
Oh,
and
Jezebel.
Same.
Oh,
It's
say.
such a loaded story.
Jezebel.
Loaded.
It's really complicated. So I have this brother that's not really my brother.
Loaded like you are right now.
And he was kind of adopted, but not really adopted. And he dated my sister, and we adopted him, but not really adopted him. But then they broke up, and they're also with other people and have kids with other people.
Slow down.
Either
Like
way.
an adopted brother.
So the adopted brother played baseball with Craig and was bringing him home to my family home for a Southern meal, which ended up being KFC. And I don't know what I don't know why. I was living in Anderson at this point, so I don't know why I came home that specific day. But I did come home.
The catcher from Boston was coming to the house. Don't let her underscore it. There was some not
She knew you were
paranormal.
coming, you're
There
saying.
was not paranormal
She had
activity,
some
but
vibes.
my future mother-in-law was scheming, and so was middle sister Caitlin. Shout out.
I don't think she was scheming. Anyways, so went to the house with my at that time boyfriend, and Craig was there, and I absolutely hated his guts.
You
I
hated
thought he
the
was
sheriff.
arrogant. He definitely acted like he was from the north.
The little Yankee.
He thought the KFC was amazing. There's definitely some tension going on there.
What kind of tension?
Wait, so was the
Sexual
enemies
tension.
to lovers kind of trope happening?
Yeah, just like the Walker clan. But yeah, she hated me at first, but I could see it in her eyes.
Only that was a joke.
All right, go on. Go on with your beautiful
that was the
story.
first encounter.
Yeah.
It was not sunshine and roses. It was
So
like
was this a slow romance or?
Steven's a very quiet
Switch
person.
with-
The adopted brother is named Steven, so I didn't even know any of these people existed. So I saw her come out of the back hallway in a green dress, and I said, "Who the hell is that?"
Ooh, I don't believe I was wearing a green dress.
Green shirt. I'm sorry, green shirt and blue jeans. Pre-4 kids too.
Slow burn.
It was a slow burn.
Slow burn.
I did end up breaking up with my then boyfriend to date him, but he said he was never going to call me. It wasn't going to be a regular thing. He absolutely called me every day.
Called her every day on a landline?
Our first movie together was Kindergarten Cop with Arnold.
I'm pretty sure he had a flip phone.
Y'all aren't that old. Was that on? Where did you find
Yes,
that?
we are. We are 36.
Kindergarten Cop came out in like 90.
Yeah, it was already out.
It's
to
on
your point,
VHS.
but we
Watched it at the
I think
parents'
the parents had it on DVD, flashing them dollar.
They made that
They-
movie on DVD.
DVD and
No, he
chill.
didn't. He is
This was-
completely lying. None of that is the actual
Loaded.
story.
DVD and
Yeah.
Okay, VHS. Either way, it was first.
Yeah.
I had never seen it.
We did not watch it that night.
This was a couple nights later.
okay.
All right, well that's good. Before we move on, I do want to say that you told me a story one time. The sheriff did, baseball related. That you were baseball, just absolutely enthralled with baseball, trying everything you could, staying late at practice, coming there early, and you were hitting. I don't know what were you hitting, like not great, and then all of a sudden you met this Southern Belle. And started showing up late for practice, you know, putting on your clothes as you're coming to practice, running, and all of a
You
sudden,
were listening. See,
all
he
of a
hates
sudden-
me, but he was listening.
all of a sudden the batting average was
So,
sky high.
Just to
Oh.
preface this, because no one cares about, and I know this is not a sports episode, but no one cares about batting average anymore, at least in Major League Baseball. They're worried about the home run and the RBI and all this other stuff. But to Sleazy's point, my batting average for my entire junior year, which was my first year in the South, was .250, and I think I hit 3 home runs. Actually, I know I hit 3 home runs because that's terrible for a fat, slow guy like me. During the course of my senior year, early in the season, met her. I did, in fact, was successful at a very small school, small level. Don't give me too much
That's
credit.
all right, good luck charm.
I batted .410 with 10 home runs.
Ooh,
She's
big brain. Put that thing on him.
And I was,
Took off.
She's worth 160 points in batting
I
average.
was,
They were not good.
Slow
I was
burn,
one
but
of
successful.
2. I was one of 2 All-Americans in the school history.
There you go. Thank
But-
you, big brain.
I was showing up. I went from hitting .250, being at practice about 2 hours early, to showing up just in the nick of time.
Just in
But
time.
I also had a truck on loan from her grandpapa, so I had a way to get around, which I didn't before.
So they made you
I
like
was
it.
like
Oh,
banished.
oh,
I
okay.
was like banished to campus
I
because
got
I
you.
had
So you
to
couldn't
bum
get
a
around.
ride
I got you.
from 1,600 miles
I
away,
got
and
you.
now I have
Okay.
a way to get around.
Gotcha. All right. Well, thank you, big brain.
Mike's back to big brain.
Yep. All right. PackMan
For
and Doc
minutes?
Olaladay, go ahead. Tell us your origin story.
Go ahead.
Oh, I guess it really starts with me
Yeah, it
because,
does. Yeah. You
well,
saw this and couldn't resist. But go ahead. Go
So the
ahead.
extra 10?
Yeah. What is that thing dangling down there? Go ahead.
crazy. Oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. That is, well, first of all, that's not the way that it went.
I thought you were gonna say that is not true, and I was gonna be like, "This on the
Oh,
podcast, you
good
gonna put me
Lord.
on blast?" Oh man! All right. Anyway,
Well, the oldest Pack, of course, was hanging out with me before all of this happened. Before all of this went down between me and you. And he
Wait,
was
what?
Packet, the oldest packet.
the oldest Packet.
Little pack, the oldest
Little
little
pack.
pack.
Sam.
okay.
Yeah.
Man, on some more code.
Sorry,
Some more
sorry.
code. I didn't.
Bobby,
Y'all-
more code.
Yeah.
Y'all do the code names.
I
I'm sorry,
know.
I was trying to think of
We got
how
it.
the
That's
best
very
way to
sweet
go
of her.
about saying
Okay.
that.
Gotcha.
Sam
Carry on.
Lamb
Yeah, there we go.
was hanging out with me, and we were going through the drive-through at Chick-fil-A, and
Shout
I
out.
saw in shout out Chick-fil-A.
The Lord's chicken.
Mhm.
Yes. And I saw PackMan through the window at the drive-through,
It's like a light shining
My
around.
aura and all my glory.
and he was sitting there.
And the poison?
He was sitting there with multiple other officers. One, the wife of one that I worked with, and I said, "Ooh, he's cute." And so
Very.
we got our chicken and went home. And then the next day at work, I emailed her and I said, "Hey, girl,
Email.
email."
we go back.
Go back a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, girl, if he is single, hook me up." And unfortunately, she tried to, but his messages were going to like a junk Facebook, like I guess mailbox or whatever. I don't know. You can kind of explain that.
Yeah, so she gave me her social media, so we weren't like, Facebook friends or whatever at the time. she told me about her, so I messaged her on Facebook, and I never heard anything back from her. But at that time, when you weren't like Facebook friends or didn't have any like connection to each other, they sent your Facebook messages to a like an other folder that you would have to think to go check, and she never checked that. So I just thought I was ghosted, man. I'm like, this girl told her to hook her up.
And it was a brick.
Shot my shot, man. Airball, straight airballed it. But yeah, so.
Yeah, so I told my friend at work, I said, he hadn't called me or texted me or anything. She said he sent you a message on Facebook, and I'm like, I promise I've not seen anything. So anyway, I went and looked through and eventually found the message, and we started texting, went on our first date. Sam was sick the night that he came and picked me up because I had started living back at home with my parents.
Sick with what?
Probably
what you got right now.
I was like strep or croup.
That was aggressive.
One of those.
Yeah, sick with what?
And I almost canceled.
I can see that.
But my mom said that she would keep him for me, and so Sean came and picked me up at my parents' house.
Shout out, Mom.
Yes.
Yep.
And
The parents who I met before I actually met you.
yeah, there's a
Let me
whole
get in.
story
Yeah.
about that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we went to De Palma's.
First
And
date.
had our first date.
Shout
It
out
was
to Palmas.
it was a fairly
Good Italian.
short date. He won me over with his parallel parking.
Oh, wait.
His parallel
And
parking and what?
Monte Carlo
Oh, yeah.
with the broken AC and radio at the time. I parallel parked that thing like a ball. So I just saw. I had her wrapped around my finger.
So, to be clear, you parallel parked her?
Second date.
Big Brain has got the old bleep button going.
That's it. So yeah, so that's it.
Monte Carlo, the old probable cause machine.
Yes, the probable cause machine.
Is that the one that got you
The
put
guy-
on the shoulder?
Got me
multiple
put on the shoulder. It was just once, and it was in a different jurisdiction. But yes, as I mentioned, the radio did not work, and I got pulled over for loud music.
And your radio doesn't work.
True story. This is a true
Just
story.
trying to survive.
Coming back. That's it. Coming back from Commerce, or I got pulled over in Commerce actually, and I was. Yeah. So anyway, I know that's not the point of this.
dash of this
This episode or story, but yeah, I told the dude, I'm like, yeah, I heard what you heard, but it's not me. Hold up, my radio, nothing in my dash worked
So
at the
you
time.
showed them.
I was in a hoopty. Yeah, so I showed them, like, hey, none of this works. So anyway,
Yeah.
there we go. So
All right. Well, Special Agent, I'll just hand the mic to you. I'm not talking for me this episode.
You're done.
Well, I also was in a relationship. So was Lee. He was married.
Jezebels.
Oh,
hey!
He was married. Oh, that's quote of the episode early.
When we technically met, was on the Black Road. There was a dead girl in the street. And
Yeah.
that's where we met.
Love it.
Was working a gang, shootout, murder. Still hasn't been prosecuted. We won't get into that. But
No, we won't.
I think
So
that's
that's a
hot.
whole nother story.
I think that's hot. Love over death and murder. What kind of murder? Was it
It was-
gunshots?
It was.
She needs another one. She said gang murder.
it was definitely
It was not paper clips.
not love at first sight for us. We, I think,
This is the first time we met.
yeah, that was the first time we met.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sorry.
so
That's how we met at work.
not love it for. What was the first? Was there any
Well, so-
butterfly? Any what?
No,
Like, so
no,
what?
no, no, no. It
It was
was
strictly
like
business.
it was straight up like Thanksgiving weekend,
Mm-hmm.
way after hours.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure
Okay.
both of us had our glasses on. We were like barely surviving, rolled out in the middle of the
Just
night.
trying to survive. Got
And
it.
then, you know, just dead girl in the street, hundreds of people to be talked
Unreal.
to.
Yes.
Love it.
We had Nate Dogg was there.
Nathaniel
Uh,
Blue.
no.
Not him.
What was his, I'll let you take it from here.
Code name. Give us another code name, Lee.
Doing those drinks, huh?
Hey, aren't we all?
Yeah, that was the initial meeting. We worked a long case, and then
Yeah.
a lot of things in life happened, and then it wasn't long after that. Several months later, there we were.
We were single.
Yep.
And then dating each other.
Hey, wait a minute.
This is definitely Kate. What happened over those months?
There we go. Thank you. I can count on big brain. Thank you.
I'm invested.
Count on her.
What happened over those months was
Friendship!
way too much for this episode.
Friendship happened.
This was your idea.
Reminder. You.
And delete.
Big brain.
Alright, moving
Underground
on.
episode.
And-
No, I just didn't want to bog down the episode with all the minutiae. So you just fast forward,
Yeah.
and then
Friendship.
from the time we met,
Yeah.
about 8 months later, we were dating.
Yeah.
Special agent with the FBI said it. A friendship
Yeah.
occurred.
Well,
We
yeah,
did.
obviously.
Yeah,
and
we
then
became-
life
Same,
happened,
same.
and then about 8 months later, we started dating, and then,
I was not married though.
you know, the one thing I'll say, and we'll get into this because somebody actually has a question
Oh.
related to this, but, you know, I can speak to it because, you know, done it twice. So I know, a marriage that is. You know, it was a very short courtship when we did start dating. And so, you know, when you've done it wrong, you know what you want. And so you just move quick.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that. Over the
Yeah.
day.
Over the
Over
dead
the
girl.
dead girl. Dead girl.
Shout
R.I.P.
out.
Bree.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bree.
Can we, yeah, is the statute limit is all of,
That we can't
We need
get
to
into
go
that.
code.
It's
Yeah,
not
let's
worth
not.
it.
Yeah, it's
Not
not.
worth
It really
it.
isn't.
Another
just making sure
episode.
we clarify that.
Yeah,
Another
it's it's a lot of stuff that we probably, that y'all, Jer would not be happy if you got into it this moment.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Jared.
you know, we'll get into it later. At dinner, boss. We got dinner. We got dinner coming. We can talk about a lot of things at dinner that we don't talk about here.
Alright,
She-
let's
hey,
do some questions.
I told you she was on top of her game.
So, just to finish up, Sheriff and Big Brain, 4 kids. PackMan and Doc Holiday, 3 kids. And then Special Agent and I have 2 kids.
Right?
A whole lot of
Let's-
kids. We could start a team.
Yeah.
Good.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's like a
So-
football team. We got a whole offense.
Let's
over
talk
here.
about this race tomorrow. Huh?
Okay, let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
We do.
So are y'all kids
tomorrow-
running that race?
Yep, Brady. Well, just Brady, not Millie.
How many of the deputies are running? All 3?
Supposedly all 3.
And the
That's
one that can't run is not running because still a
correct.
toddler.
But the female twin is supposedly running too, and that should be a sight. in
So we
itself.
just to fill everybody in, we're running a 5K. The adults are running a 5K, the Frog Hop 5K tomorrow, being the
Bring an extra pair of shoes.
the
Yeah,
11th of
saw that.
February, and then the kids are running the mile fun run beforehand.
That's right.
So and the forecast is wet.
Yep, very much so. So much so that they sent us an email saying,
Pause.
At least you didn't say moist.
Well, it's gonna be damp.
Gonna be both.
A lot of rain tomorrow, so it should be interesting.
Either way.
Should be interesting having actually done a race in rain
I
before.
want to remind the panel here, including the better halves, whose idea this was.
Yeah, it was PackMan's.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
He was looking at me. It's PackMan's idea.
he was the minority leader of this decision.
whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've kind of, and I think I texted this to Sleezy over there that I think I'm committed to at least one a month.
All
Is what I'm gonna
Man,
try
that's,
to do.
Not I, but I think
did
it's Pack's idea and my fault. Is that-
Because
is that
you
fair
did
enough?
say
Yeah.
you put the idea in my brain that said
So,
next
I think-
5K
so
you're
Big Brain,
in.
Big Brain, do you think he's gonna run the whole race? 3.1 miles. Talking about the sheriff. I mean, you know his stamina, so.
Day.
Woo!
I did ask him if he'd been taking some
Oh,
mill
no.
supplements lately.
Oh,
yeah,
Also-
that's
But also,
I
Go right
see.
ahead.
Well.
right.
I don't know, coming from somebody that's not,
I'm not taking anything.
This is not conventional.
coming from somebody that's not athletic, I don't know. I would say, given his track history recently of how much he's been athletic, I would say no, but
You're
I feel
non-athletic.
like some people that have athleticism in them, they just store it up so they could not do anything for 10 years and then somehow pull it from the depths.
Like Handsome Dave.
So maybe he'll run the whole time, but it won't be fast.
I
Okay,
find it
yeah,
all
that's
about
fine.
finishing.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting y'all to stay with me unless it's out of the benevolence of your heart.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be ahead of me. So
Oh, okay.
Because they just ran almost 7 miles, correct?
6.5.
6
Yep, 6 points.
Without
I'm
stopping?
I'm
Without
rounding up.
stopping. Yep. It wasn't, you know, we
A
didn't.
blistering pace.
Yeah, we didn't set the world on fire or anything.
Yeah, but the fact that you didn't die is impressive.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So what about the young ones? How do you think they're gonna do?
Not-
How do you think the deputies
not
are gonna
great.
do? Are they gonna finish?
No,
You don't think so?
no. I'm gonna be shocked if the female twin makes it 2
You
minutes.
think, are they gonna be tears?
Maybe from her. The boys will finish, but I don't know if they'll run the whole time.
Okay. Well, that's fine. They're young.
They don't have the attention span to probably focus to run.
Same.
Landon has won an award at school for running, but I don't know how much competition will be in this situation tomorrow.
I got you. And Brady?
Brady's been training. I've been out running a mile with him, and so he can run a mile nonstop. I know that much.
Fast, very fast, young man.
Well, he's very fast in a sprint setting. So what is going to get him is not starting off in a sprint. And I told him this is not running, first to third, which is something he's more used to, you know. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. But I do know he can run the whole mile without stopping because we've done it a couple times because he wanted to kind of train for it. So we'll see.
Yeah, so the
deputies have not trained. Let's pick up basketball might be
Hey, that's great.
especially if they haven't done it before, it'd be interesting because my young Sleezettes, Volley and Raytron, we do a race every summer in Jacksonville where my grandparents live. And they live. But anyways, they do the mile run every year. And the first year, Volley, oh man,
Oh, yeah.
shot out like a
Just
cannon.
Yep,
Yes.
well, I'm sure. That's
And-
all of them do.
100 yards
Yeah.
later,
Yeah.
Slow down.
she wanted to know how much further she had to go.
a long way.
Yeah, it was a long
Yeah.
ways, and then
Officially.
was it last year or the year before, Raytron decided she was too pretty to run.
Yeah,
So she
Yeah.
strolls.
last summer.
Strolls while make sure her hair is good for the
She's
picture.
she's got all that Lululemon on
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just
Not
not
Just
run.
Yeah.
Stroll.
Good,
So-
good.
Which is the definition of Lululemon.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
it's
much.
buttery soft.
Except for Mama Sleazy.
Oh,
She's got all that Lululemon and she
She needs
She
to
is a
rocks
beast.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's awesome.
Well, we'll go ahead and get into this because we've already taken up a big chunk of
Hey,
time, which
here
is
we
great.
figured.
We've got some questions from our listeners. We love the listeners. So we're going to start out with one that's very serious. Booty meat. Wanted some good advice from some seasoned veterans here.
Big Booty James. Yeah, we didn't run the stats of the marriages. I guess we're doing that now.
Oh, go ahead, and then we'll get to.
No,
go
we'll
ahead.
start. Y'all finished. Start at
Stats?
that end of the table. How long dated, engaged, married,
we've
all
been
that?
Coming up on 7 years of marriage, 8 years of dating.
8 years together, total. Yeah.
I think that's what dating and time is. Anyways, go ahead.
You gotta give her the mic.
We did not date for 8 years.
I was about to say, that's
we
a
just have been
long
together
time.
for 8 years.
I got
That's
it.
what I
I
said.
got it.
Married for 7 years,
So
dating for
dated
8
for
years.
1. I got it. 8 years in total.
8 total, 7 married. Everybody clear? We good?
We're good.
You
Clear?
got all glitter all over your face.
I think I probably do too.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Did you just say you were going to glitter
This
all over your
toilet's gonna be a
face?
disco ball. Like,
Oh, you're not drinking the glitter to know if it comes out that way. You have to let us know.
Talk into the microphone.
He probably
All right.
don't have that in the microphone.
stop all of that.
We've been married 10 years, going on 11 in May. We've dated.
A couple years, a year and a half before that,
Yeah, a
probably.
year and a half before that. Yeah. What about you?
Big brain.
Yeah, go ahead, big brain.
What year is it? We've been married for 14.
I'll help her out. No.
You're all right.
Wrong.
We're all, it is. It'll be 14
Yes.
in September.
Okay, she's right. Sorry, she's always right. Married 1, engaged
Yeah.
1, married 14.
Okay, so 16 years.
Long.
A sweet 16.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well, I did not think we were going to be the winners at this table because y'all are the more seasoned gentlemen.
We're probably the oldest people at this table.
Well,
Right.
That would be.
When you turn
I think
40.
y'all are the youngest
well,
of
you
this table,
know,
actually.
the joke is.
Wait, y'all are older than us?
How old
I'm
are you?
younger.
They don't look
I'm
it.
younger
36?
than y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, special agent
37.
status.
mhm. How old are you?
The same.
Yeah, we're both 87. Good
Okay.
year.
Well, the joke
Yep.
is if you combine both of mine, I've been married longer than everybody. So
That's pretty good. Yeah, I thought you didn't want to get into that.
I don't. Anyways,
Legend.
so all right, we're ready for the question.
Yes.
All right, Booty Meat. He wanted to know, and that's I thought it was a very honest question. Booty Meat out there, you know, I assume he's still dating who he was. If he's not, then maybe he wants to know how he could.
He's not.
Oh, never
He's
mind.
not, no.
Sorry, Booty
All right.
Meat. I gotta
Move
keep up
on.
with you better.
Wait, he's not.
No.
Buddy Meat, are you not dating the girl that was at the tables after?
Let's don't blow him up. All right, let's don't blow him
Okay,
up.
all right, never mind.
I know where you're going,
Okay.
Pat, and he's not.
He wants to know for younger people, since we're all older people,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
Thanks, Booty Meat.
Yeah.
Any advice for younger people, like as far as dating? You know what I'm saying?
Better bear down those
Good advice
hatches.
for younger couples.
Advice for younger
Yeah.
couples.
Young in the age of the relationship, not, you know, like, not young people, but people that are in a new relationship, haven't been married is what I'm gathering from there. But I'm trying to save you, these people are really being hard tonight.
Big Booty James.
Go ahead.
I'm selling him on the nickname.
Go.
Yeah, relationship advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, big brain.
I mean, we're pretty much the picturesque marriages here. Just kidding, we all have a problem.
It's murder. Just kidding. I don't know, you just gotta bear down those hatches when you find the right one. It ain't gonna be easy. But you just gotta keep chipping away like it's a block of wood. Cutting
Keep
those
chopping.
stacks.
Keep talking.
Hey,
It ain't gonna be a Nora Roberts
quite a
book every day.
industrious answer there.
She's Kirby Smart stole her lines. I think she's trying to say yes.
Yeah.
It
I
takes
think-
a lot of effort and stay after it.
I
Go
think
ahead,
what Big
Space.
Brain is trying to say is it is homicidal sometimes in marriage. But I feel like if the good times outweigh the bad times, because there will definitely be bad times and hard times and mad times and homicidal times.
Preach it.
Yep.
But as long as the good times outweigh them, then you probably found the right person. And definitely look for someone that makes you laugh, because that's more important than anything.
Good stuff.
Hey, I ain't got looks, but I can make them laugh.
Hey. That's how you got me.
Oh my God! Here we go again.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
here we go again with the
yeah.
with the
the
what is it?
poison.
Internalized. That's what I was going to ask y'all about. Some woman is I don't want to hijack Pack, but we can get back
No,
into
you
it.
go ahead.
Internalized. Let's just call it internalized phobia.
Okay.
Where you like to watch men in tight stuff playing football, and you like to joke around about
Lost.
poison and stuff. There's a term for that. We'll just let the listeners look it up.
Okay. Little sidebar there. Go ahead.
I lost my train of thought after that. Yeah, so we were, we had this conversation, and the DOC and I, and we just kind of think, like, figure out
The DOC. I
the
like
DOC, the doc, figure out the big stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people get in marriage or progress through their relationship, and they get to a point in their life where they're like, hey, all right, I finished college. Now my degree is going to take me to California. You know, figure out the big stuff. How many kids you want to have, where you're going to live. You know, if you're religious, what religion you're going to raise your kids with. That's one we've talked about, because I grew up one religion, she grew up another, and we to this day have hard
Based in
times.
Christianity.
Yeah, based in Christianity. Yes.
Catholic?
I grew up Lutheran. She's Southern
Yeah.
Baptist, and you know, we just have different opinions on what church is and what it should be. Nothing that's, you know, detrimental to us. We've got it figured out, but just if you can early on, get those big things figured out, and then the rest, the little stuff, you're gonna have to compromise, and you know, you're not always going to agree 100% on everything, but if you can get the big stuff figured out, I think that's helpful.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also want to say too, I mean, I agree with the ladies. You're going to have, you know, hard days, hard months, even hard years.
The
Wow.
ladies are gonna have lots of hard things.
Oh, there it is. Oh, the champagne's kicking in on Pat. Pause.
But
That does help. Intimacy does help.
But I think that marriage is a lot of work, and if you're willing to put in the work, you know, I look at my parents who were married for over 40 years before my dad passed away, and my grandparents who were married, 67 years, and you know, it's hard, but if you're willing to put in the work, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah.
Agreed.
If I had emotions, I would cry. But that was sweet though.
She
I
does.
like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's all really good advice. The thing I will say, if you're in a new relationship and you're trying to figure out if the person is a good fit or not, find the most boring thing that to you, and go do it with that person. And if you find some
running?
enjoyment, yeah, that's fine. Go find something that's
Yeah,
terrible,
come
and
on.
if you can have some enjoyment with them, and fine.
Yeah.
Because
Looks
like
Big
everybody
Brian's
else
gonna be a
alluded
runner.
to, every day is not a movie. Every day is not an Instagram post.
So
There's
romantic
a lot
comedy.
of there's a lot of life in between all
It's
that. They should have
it's
some
all
posts.
gone. All gone.
Especially now that
All gone.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm-
Pack was eyeballing.
I'm over here giving this
They've actually-
life-changing advice.
She's like,
And my
Good
spouse
stuff.
says, it's over with. We're
Yeah,
out
that's
of
it.
champagne. So,
That's it. Kill it, end of the
Yeah.
episode.
There's another one downstairs.
Lolly does bring up a good point.
if you need to go get it, go ahead.
No, we're good.
Take
There's
advice,
no way.
like, don't take advice from someone that's been married 7 times. Like, I understand Big Brain's wanting to cry because her parents have been together for 30 some odd years, almost 40. My mother-in-law's parents have been together for like 60 some odd years. So those are the people that I would take advice from.
Yeah,
Maybe
no
to
doubt.
include us on a kind of midlife scale, but take advice from people that have the relationship that you think you want versus
Well,
just taking it from
yeah.
everywhere.
As I was so rudely interrupted by the empty alcohol bottle from my wife, who's very disturbed.
Me too.
Yeah, like I said, there's another one downstairs. Go ahead and get it.
I can grab it.
Go ahead.
It's in the
As
fridge.
I take the table with me.
Life is life, so you need somebody to go through it with you, good and bad. Your downs and ups and downs. I said that backwards. Ups and downs. So you gotta have somebody to be there with you. It's not gonna be exciting every day. You should have exciting moments. You should have Instagram posts at some point. But in between those posts is boring
Real
days.
life. It's
It's
real
boring
life.
days and hard days and money problems and friggin' air conditioning breaking in the middle of the night, especially with kids. Like everybody's
Sickness.
sweating. Yeah.
All the effing time.
Sick kids. So you gotta find somebody that you can get through those things with. So
When you're shitting in one toilet and he's cracking in the other and throwing up, that's how you know you've made it. That's it. That's
true.
a show of
The
real life.
sign.
That is true.
The
That's true.
sign.
So there you go.
Okay. All
That's
right.
how you know.
There you
Can
go.
we?
Gold
Can
standard.
we move
Moving
on?
on.
Next
Thank you.
question.
Great segue, big brain.
Yeah, this is I need to wait for the sheriff to get back up here. 'Cause
Okay, here.
here's
How
this.
about this? We get.
So the PackMan and then brought over the ultimate game for couples, and we were going through some of the questions pre-game because
Hey.
In the fridge?
Yeah.
shocker,
That's it.
It's not in the fridge. This was while I was beside it.
It doesn't
shocker.
matter. It's what,
The
that's what
we were
need.
waiting on the sheriff and Big Brain to get here, so we were going through these cards, and just pull one out. We'll do a random one.
All right, pulling out a random card.
Pull
Let's
it out.
see.
Oh.
What we got?
Whoa.
Oh.
Random.
Slide over there with Pack, please.
Yep.
You go, Hannah.
Okay.
I got
I'm
it.
sorry.
You need some, Doc?
Big brain.
DOC?
Question for my spouse. Who is my celebrity crush?
Oh, I don't know. Halle Berry, maybe?
Maybe she's a little old for me, you know.
Oh,
What are
Taylor
you doing?
Swift.
She won.
Ooh.
I'm a
hate her.
Swifty. I'm a Swifty. I don't know that I know of my own celebrity crush,
I know who
honestly.
yours is.
Share.
Who is
Yeah, share.
Rachel Ray, the shit.
Hey,
you like 'em
Rachel Ray.
Okay, so
Hey.
since you asked that question, we'll go ahead into the actual question from the legal eagle Ethan.
Oh, the legal eagle. I like
The
that
legal
one,
eagle
man.
Ethan asked us.
Last name start with an M?
That's correct.
Okay.
So he wanted to ask if your spouse was played, who would play your spouse
Oh, good one.
in a story about them. So I think
In a
this goes
movie
hand
about-
Okay, yeah,
a movie
good,
about
yeah.
them. What actor or actress would play your spouse? I'm gonna go ahead and
Man,
answer
great
because you blew
segue.
me out here.
That's
Rachel Ray, when I was a young
Blew you out.
Alright, so for anybody, for our younger people who don't know who Rachel Ray is, she is a Food Network
Celebrity
chef.
She's-
When I was younger, so I'm an economics major, I love saving money, I love being economical as an economics major.
Squeaky.
She had this show like $25 a day in, like, that was the premise of the show. She would go to a Charleston, she would go to, you know, all these cities, and she would eat on $25 a day by herself. And her eating on $25 a day, she was on her late 20s, early 30s at that time. She walked on water.
Rachel Ray is an attractive lady.
She's older and
Yeah,
She obviously was not living in today's economics.
She's,
No, this was back in.
No.
Got the thickness.
I
Go
graduated
ahead.
college in '06, so this is about that time that she was becoming. She became way more famous after that, actually. But my thing was, my wife reminds me of Rachel Ray because she cooks and she's very like
Oh, here we go.
she has learned to be very economical. So Rachel Ray would play my wife.
Oh no! Oh no!
What about those?
Now we're
What
getting
about
into
those
gender roles.
$9 drinks after you work out every
yes.
morning? How about those? Are
Not
those
squeaky.
economical?
Those are not economical.
Part of the
but
$25.
Yeah, that's right.
She's
Part of the 25.
she's adapted to being economical, except for those, and I'm referring.
Maybe those are
Shout out
protein
to
shakes.
Wire Park and shout out to SoCo Nutrition.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alright.
Shout out.
That don't count. That's like a whole meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the special agent works out of the gym at Wire Park, and afterwards she likes to treat herself, quote unquote, treat herself to a drink, and it's $9.72 every time. And
I thought it was your post-workout drink, but this is the
Oh,
special agent.
no, it's hers.
You're not spending.
At least she works out.
Okay. Shout out to working
So,
out.
anyways, thank you for the question to lead
Yeah.
into that
Yeah.
celebrity crush. But who would play your spouse, actor or actress? Thank you, legal.
Adam
Let's-
Sandler, 100%.
Special agent, you want to answer? Well, just go down the line.
Whispering to her,
I
holding
just-
a microphone.
I just, like his name just left me. Hold on.
All right, go to the next one.
Jason Sudoku or whatever. Who's the guy that plays the soccer coach?
I can get that.
Oh,
Yeah, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. Yeah,
You had it
yeah.
right.
I feel like if he grew a salt and pepper beard like you have,
Good
he would
sense
be
of
funny
humor.
enough to be you.
Jason
Oh, see,
Sudeikis.
funny.
There you go.
That's
buddy.
it. Yep. All right,
Special
who's
agent
gonna play me
Jason
here?
Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, there you go.
Sudeikis. Thank you.
I don't know, he
Well,
has kind of a dad bod too, so that's me.
I mean,
And I'm talking about a Rachel Ray in the late 2000s.
A tenderoni, if you
Hey, I
will.
like Rachel Ray.
Yeah,
That's some of her cookware.
there you go.
And a couple cookbooks. 30-minute meals.
Hey, can I borrow one?
Do y'all just need to? Are we pulling keys out of the fishbowl?
That's it. The upside down pineapple was showing.
Maybe you should shout out Rachel Ray.
Shout out Rachel
Shout
Ray.
out.
Rachel Ray.
Yes.
We'll tag her on the gram.
2000s, Rachel
Yeah.
I want to hear who's playing Benedict Barry here.
Well, only because of the streets. Maybe The Rock or
Oh.
Obama.
Yeah. Obama's not an actor.
No, I
He's
like
not,
that.
yeah, he's not, Obama's not an actor. It'd
He
have to
might be now.
Pack, I would take the Rock and run with it.
Yeah, that's
The
it.
Rock.
The Rock.
Obviously the same body.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Just plus a couple pounds.
identical.
Now I feel bad because I was going to make a joke and say I'd probably get somebody her age to play her like Betty White. But
All right.
oh, she did.
She's a yeah. What?
Moment of silence.
Come
Sorry.
on.
No,
Silence.
No, I'd like the day
Hold
before.
on. Get the play button ready. I love
She's
Betty
a
White.
legend.
she is a legend. That was a joke.
Aw.
That was an old joke.
I'm ready for a moment of
But,
silence for Betty White.
There was. All right.
A moment of silence has been had.
Ooh, I know she would want Charlize Theron, who's
Okay. Yeah, that's a
and
good.
I would not mind that. I'm a Scarlett Johansson fan.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think.
She could do
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is who
I think
my
I'd go with
pick
your pick.
Yeah.
would
I'm
be.
missing a little
Black
bit.
Widow.
Well, you know, nah.
No.
We're
It's
on
a-
that.
it's the
Just
movie.
have to dye the hair.
We can
Yeah,
have
it's the
those.
mood. That's right. CGI, we
Yeah.
can do anything.
Can pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Big brain. Who's
Yes, you can pay for it. I have. Cheers.
What have you paid
Cheers.
for?
All right, moving on.
I paid for it.
The actor.
Hannah, you keep whipping me with that hair.
That's what happens when I wash it. Okay. Anyways, probably The Witcher. Which I don't know his actual name right now.
Yes.
But that's what I got.
No, he's not redheaded.
Hold on, I'm trying to think
Henry
of his name.
Cavill.
Yes,
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
I'll take that.
Also, there's a man that plays in Band of Brothers that is identical to Greg Turner, to the sheriff.
That's all
Wow.
right. You're right.
Whole government name.
Yeah,
The
social
whole
security
government. And with your mother's maiden name and last four of your social while we're at it.
My middle name is Maurice, though. I do have.
Apologies.
Lee knows it. I do have 3 black names.
But also, if you're going by somebody who's exactly like him, the cartoon of the reindeer of Rudolph, the mountain man guy
Oh yeah.
with the twisty like mustache.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yukon
That's
Cornelius.
accurate.
Yeah.
No, we have
I
another
don't know that
Yukon
that's what I would
Cornelius.
prefer per se,
Hold on, I'm
but
gonna show y'all.
I got to shoot that one down just because we have a better Yukon Cornelius
That we do.
in the unit that has a way better, finely trimmed beard.
who is that?
The burn.
Yeah, OFCC.
Yep.
You know me.
There you go.
No, I don't know who that is.
Who's the
I would
We got
say
dinner later. We'll tell you.
Hannah has been accused of being Ollie Lauder in the past with the
Final Destination.
Yes.
the kind of like the pointed nose that Hannah has, which I would pick on her for, but I think that's terribly attractive, and or like a Rachel McAdams.
Oh yes.
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, that's a guy from. He was on Southland too.
Yeah.
Of,
So,
of another descent.
That's
Yeah.
you.
So, quick story, and we'll get in, this is kind of my question. Does your wife ever set you up? So I had some heads up on this question
Oh,
because
boy.
I didn't want to give everybody.
Set you up with a,
Oh yeah, does your wife ever set you up? So
like an open relationship. Set you
no,
up.
no, no, no. Set you up with answers and
keys off the fish bowl?
Keys, put them in there.
So we had this question earlier, and I told her, as I told everybody else, the question about the celebrity or actor, actress, to be thinking about it. And I told her my pick, and she said, oh, I think I'd rather be Melissa McCarthy. And I was like, you want me to put it in the big...
I like that. I like that. 100% down.
Hold on, the setup
Fat
is...
Amy? Fat Amy?
The setup is, if I
Right.
had said that, she would have said, do you think I'm really that large? Do you think I'm really that large?
it was
'Cause she,
funny.
Melissa McCarthy
So it was a trap.
is
It was a trap.
yeah, she's an overweight actress. She's
Oh, I
very
got
funny.
you. Set up as
But
in
if
a
I
trap.
had said that, it would have been a looks thing, not a...
Yeah.
No, because the person that she plays in the movie The Heat, where she's the cop, so funny.
She,
So I want to
she
do
is,
that.
She is super funny.
Still overweight.
She actually has lost weight.
So,
Cheers.
Pack does Doc Holiday ever try to set you up?
Do I even need
I don't-
to
I
answer
don't-
this one?
I don't know that. I need setting up. I'll probably just put my foot in my own mouth without her having to even like
Bingo.
set me up or prompt it.
I
So
got
I don't know that she has intentionally done it, but I have been set up, but probably my own doing. If I had to say
I
something.
think that's true.
Sheriff?
Yeah, sure.
Sheriff, a little tism out. All right.
I'm checking the stats.
Maurice.
I thought
okay.
this was a big brain
Yeah.
deal.
Do you ever try to set him up?
He's definitely was talking to the males.
Okay, he's talking to the man.
Absolutely. And he falls for it every time.
I will
Every time.
I will second what Pac said. Normally, I'm just the one putting my foot in my mouth.
She just said she set you
He
up.
does that on his own.
So what kind of setup?
Regardless.
Do you have an example of a setup question?
Give us an example, big brain.
My life? I don't know. Like a daily basis? I don't.
Oh.
She does have the opportunity, and I'm not judging. I'm spitting facts here. Her job may be a little different than ours as far as how much time she spends with people. I'm not saying we couldn't get on the call and be with people for an extended amount of time, but normally it's to some type of desired outcome, and then we're out of there.
Right.
She's meeting with them multiple times. They're pregnant, whatever. So she's had some polygamous folks, some out of the box. Can I say that?
Polygamous and more than one wife.
So
Polyamorous.
I
Oh,
Oh,
I am,
polyamorous.
well, We won't go there.
I am instructed to keep my mouth shut on a lot of these societal issues.
Okay.
On the way to a women's, well, that's part of it.
Yeah.
So we can kind of blame the Hippocratic Oath, but it's more, I know that you're super opinionated and set in your ways on this stuff, so just keep your mouth shut.
Hold on, I'm drunk, but
Yes.
super lost somewhere in there.
She has like open relationships and such at
She has a
her
lot of
place of
different
employment.
things to deal
Okay,
with that
okay.
aren't
Not just-
traditional.
Surprise, surprise. It's
Which YOLO, not my pleasure, Judge.
Hey.
Oh, you're judging.
Pulling
You're
big
judging.
brains keys
Okay.
tonight.
We had a question in our early episodes about who would do better at your wife's
Your spouse's job.
your spouse's job.
That was a good one.
That was a bullshit question.
Oh.
I still take heed to that because I know I would do a good job.
I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, I know I would
Oh,
do a
well,
good
I
job.
think we got it.
So on the episode, the sheriff went on a long diatribe about how he
Yeah, I
would
heard
be
it. I heard it.
a great midwife, and that you would.
I did not say that I would be a great midwife.
You said-
I said no one wants
Those big
these
hands.
big, huge Fred Flintstone hands.
Y'all were
And then
correct
nether
that he
regions.
could probably get by with doing very little and have
Yeah.
safe outcomes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, I would do fine. I mean,
Okay.
I like the baton. So I
Don't
could
even
do
use
that.
that
I don't care. But
Supposedly
you
they
can.
don't use that anymore.
But you can't. No, you can.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I might would end up in a trunk eventually, but probably not at the first part.
This is excessive force. We're already.
She's like,
you're
you
making
like
the
Rodney
point.
King? You like Rodney King?
Rodney King.
Let's put the fact that I would never get through the academy, first of all, because the physical fitness part would really
Wow,
get me.
There's
yeah,
none
that
of
makes
that.
It's a low standard.
All you just
Is
have
it
to,
really?
you have
Yeah,
to
it
just
is.
finish now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, I might
Pause.
finish.
Pause.
I'm
As
not
long
a
as
drink.
you don't quit,
Yeah.
I guess that's the
Yeah.
physical standard.
Yeah.
You already have a heartbeat, so you're halfway there.
Unfortunately, the standards.
Oh, here we
Anyways,
go.
another
We're about to go
episode.
on
That is a
Another
whole other
episode.
episode. How, do we
The
have
question-
time? Any more time on this episode even?
We're getting down to the 12 goodbyes.
Katie has a question
I
she
do
needs
have
to
a
ask.
question.
Go ahead and ask your question, and then we have a short question we need to get into because
Got to.
we're going to do it.
The
Because
missile. This is the perfect time.
Yeah,
We'll go ahead and ask
let's
the
do that one now. Let's do that one.
Can we circle back? We'll
Yeah.
circle back.
the
Good.
cruise missile sent in a question this week again. So I was doing a little play on words or pun with the VD episode, but she wanted to literally know. Is there a venereal disease out there that is, and with the medical professionals here, that is best to get if you have to get one?
Chlamydia?
Or is there one
is that the curable one?
I'm gonna throw this one to Hannah.
Yeah.
What's the
and
curable
it's
one?
easily treatable.
Which one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Chlamydia?
Can we explain?
Chlamydia.
I feel has it.
I'm clean.
No, we
because what she does for a
And
living.
Craig, we obviously, or Sheriff, we obviously know because of her medical
You already know
background.
God-given
That's why we're not saying, Hannah, which one did you get rid of?
Yeah, exactly.
To my knowledge, I've never had one.
we're,
Thank God.
Exactly. You don't have one.
but because of your profession,
There we go.
Summoning
which
spirit.
one?
Just want her to get it all out there.
I feel like chlamydia, first of all, most guys don't even know they have it. And second of all,
Is that the one you use a hammer?
What?
There's one you use a rubber hammer and you like.
Oh my.
I'm not checking reflexes to look for chlamydia.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Dr.
do.
Holiday?
To check for reflexes, there's a rubber hammer.
Nah, there was like there's a venereal disease that they used to back in the day have a rubber hammer and they would like beat it out.
Pause.
Oh.
I have never
I don't
heard
know.
of that.
This must be way back in the day.
Where were you educated?
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
So
We
gonorrhea.
need to check with the
No,
staff guy.
gonorrhea
I got
has green discharge, and you do not want that.
Oh, which one did you say? I'm sorry.
Chlamydia. But it is a little tricky because it is so transmittable that you have to get treated for it, and so does your partner, or it'll just keep recycling.
But you do.
Partners.
But it is
She's on
curable.
it.
Is that?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's my answer. That's the one. If I had to pick one to get, that would be the one I would
Trick
get.
also has frothy discharge, and you don't want that either.
I don't want
What
none
did
of
you
it.
just say?
Well-
Trick?
Frothy.
I don't want any of it.
So I don't treat
Thank you, Barry.
STDs, but don't they treat? This is just with my basic knowledge of STDs. if you have chlamydia,
Typically,
don't
yes, they
typically
treat them vice versa.
Okay.
But I think in my office, since we're looking for all of them, like if you went to the ER, they would definitely 100% treat you for everything.
Okay.
Just because they're so. But normally, when we are testing, we're looking for both, so we can see if somebody has gonorrhea and chlamydia or just chlamydia.
So if you have a non-curable,
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. Like if you had to pick a non-curable one, because obviously we're all gonna say which one is curable. Yeah, that's the one we want. If you had to pick a non-curable one, what would it
As
be?
the closest friend, I think, of the missile on the panel here, this is all just disgusting.
Agreed.
This is like,
we're answering
Yeah.
for the listeners.
which whiter dog turd would you eat?
Yeah.
That sounds like to me.
I mean, HIV is not curable, but they can give you medicines to where it is undetectable.
Shout out Magic
So
Johnson.
that medical research and
Well, she's
progressiveness
getting-
have come a long way.
But you
I don't
said
know
you
if
with
you
the
want to say
Beyonce
like I
hand,
want
you
to
know
have
it.
AIDS, but you
No,
can take medicines to where you don't have a lot of side effects.
you are very knowledgeable, and I appreciate your input.
You
on it. Not that I'm planning on getting any of it, but
herpes always
interesting.
comes back, right?
The gift that keeps getting.
Herpes is a tricky one, and that is right. You can just get that anytime, and nobody wants blisterous lesions all over their vagina and or penis.
Thank you. All right, you ready to answer this next question?
Okay, yeah.
Special
next question.
Everyone be safe this Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I'm
Thank you,
I'm
good.
special lady.
I'm good
You
on
have
that
your
one.
question.
Safe sex equals condoms.
Okay, so my question is,
Is this an underground episode yet?
It's creeping there.
if your partner, your spouse,
You can't even ask it now.
Yep, true.
Factual.
had to make money in some sort
I
of
like it.
Oh, I know.
sexual occupation, what would they be successful at? Like OnlyFans,
This is an awesome.
toppers,
This is an awesome
gentlemen's
question.
club.
I already
where are we
I
going?
already know what I would pick. It would be selling pictures of feet. You ain't gotta put. There, it is unidentifiable.
For
you get on. I'd sell my. Hey, if there's a market for it.
Shout out to Big Skinny.
Well, you got
There's-
no.
there's
What
a
would
mar-
she
I do.
be successful
I got-
at?
I-
you
what
gotta
would
pick
she
what
be
Doc Law
successful
there
at?
be.
My wife just said I have pretty feet, so
There you go.
maybe we'll
Career.
post them to the gram and see if there's a market for me.
That is
How
not.
big are they?
That's not a career
Size
for me.
12. But
They're smaller than yours.
My feet are disgusting.
but
What
so
would she be successful at?
Yeah, that's what you got to pick Doc Lawday's career.
Not yours, her.
she has a lot of rhythm. She's a very good dancer.
There we go.
I think
Working the pole.
I think that's it. I think I put her at one of the nice strip
There
clubs.
you
I'm
go.
not talking.
There
you go.
I'm not talking.
What a
The
gentleman.
cheetah.
Yeah, I'm not talking toppers downtown Athens. I'm talking somewhere
Special lady
Cheetah.
knows them.
or somewhere in Vegas, maybe like this weekend during the Super Bowl, where
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
They're
Where
flying in some talent.
yeah,
Popping
right,
bottles.
right, exactly. So I guess that would be my pick.
I could see either the Doc or the special agent maybe at the Circa pool, giving away the spirit.
Well, you got to answer now. It's
Yeah, come on,
it's your wife's
Sleezy. I've already
question.
answered twice.
Yeah.
Delilah.
Remember we were talking about those setup questions?
Oh, you
Yeah,
she just waiting.
You're gonna get in trouble for this one.
Wherever she consensually wanted to be.
No, I'm not letting you off that easy.
Yeah.
She does have nice looking feet. We probably do some OnlyFans feet things, or feet finder.
See, yeah, that's the safest way because it's
Yeah.
like
Feet. Is there really a
That's a
feet
real
finder?
Yeah.
there's feet
Holy-
everything. If you
Yeah.
Holy bleep. There's a feet finder.
Yeah. She has nice tan feet. She
Okay.
keeps her nails
Special agent.
nice.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
That's the-
taking over
that's the safest
hosting
route, I
duties
think.
while he
yeah.
crawls himself out of the corner.
That's correct.
Oh.
You're up.
no,
You're
you're
Okay.
up. What would
Hannah is Hannah's a freak, so
Hey,
we're going all in.
So OnlyFans. So OnlyFans.
Or like the hub? Y'all going on the hub?
Probably a little bit of hub.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh!
Exactly my point. We're not doing that. Disgusting.
90s.
Well, now we're getting back to the cruise missile lands
Yep.
of her question.
Yep.
Don't want to infer anything about the missile, but yeah. Hannah's answered her own question.
I hope y'all have enjoyed this special Valentine's Day episode.
So I have one final question to get us out of here.
Okay.
12
Please do.
Yeah.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Now my question is, and I think we talked about it last week, but or one of the weeks. Do y'all do anything for Valentine's Day as couples? Is it a special day? I'll go ahead and start while y'all think about it. I think it's a made-up commercial holiday, and I will do anything on the 13th or 15th. I don't want to do nothing on the 14th because I ain't bowing down to the man.
Oh, give us the
Bowing
truth now.
down to the man.
I ain't doing it.
This is true. We've never celebrated Valentine's Day.
I think the last time we actually celebrated Valentine's Day, Pete Carroll tried to take my wife home, so I don't think we've done it since.
Nikolai's room.
Yep, that's it.
And Pete, I'm sorry. I think it's what, Peachtree Seat, but
It's Buckhead somewhere.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at
The moonshine's kicking
the
in.
moonshine is there, buddy.
go.
Peachtree Street in Buckhead. Let me
Yes.
prove my sobriety.
How about y'all? What do
Closed
y'all?
on Mondays and Tuesdays. Is that what we
That's
said?
what we said.
Pete, just
Statman's
reach
home.
out to Pete.
Yeah. What's your? What about y'all?
We do something little like a
We do?
card or
Little.
I will second what Lee's saying. I think this is a little bit commercialized, just like Christmas or any of these other consumer-based
Different.
events.
That's correct.
But I will do something normally kind of small,
Because it's a setup if you don't.
right, thoughtful for her. There's no pressure for her doing it. I am a 36-year-old father of 4. I pretty much do not exist. I am the equivalent of a brain-dead mule in the middle of the desert that hasn't drank water for about 2 months.
Okay.
You got a
So-
lot of water these past 2 months, so that's a
it.
lot.
Well, I'm not.
All right.
I believe
Hey.
Big Brain is referring to intimacy.
Slow burn.
Yeah, I believe.
All right.
I was not inferring to sexual
idea to
favors
do-
as water.
All right. One more question.
I was just saying I'm a brain dead mule.
All right. One more question because I forgot. Big
12
Dave from
goodbyes.
Erie, Pennsylvania had a question. He's getting married tonight or today.
Oh, hey! Congratulations,
Hey.
Dave from Erie.
Hey.
And that's a shout out to Roman and Dave podcast. He's
Nice.
Roman and Dave.
he's gonna get. He has episodes out there, but he obviously has a wedding to take care of. So he'll get some more episodes out after the wedding. But he wanted to know any of. Obviously, I told him when he asked the question that he would be in the midst of his great celebration. But any advice to those that are getting married at your wedding? Things that you should do, because we've all been through the wedding. I told him, don't go. I told him, make sure you eat because the food is going to be good
Excellent
and everybody's
point.
going to want to talk to you. I said, make sure you eat. So I went ahead and told him that. He said, thank you. So anyway, we'll still answer the question.
My wife also fell asleep on the wedding night, so you may want to make sure you're stored up on your intimacy too.
It's a very exhausting process.
It is.
But definitely eat. Go ahead, Pack.
To that point, I was going to say, I think make time for your spouse on that night because
Amen.
from my wedding, like all my best friends from out of town were in town. My best friends were here, and you're trying to entertain. You're trying to like put on this big, extravagant party for everybody, and you kind of get lost in the meaning that like this is you and your spouse's day or night. So I would say just be intentional about being and spending time with your spouse.
Yeah.
Shout out to Barry for being the man. Take care of the ladies, guys. Come on. Make sure she is always
Holiday.
Make sure that she goes first. Pause.
Well, and I agree with that, but I also, if you have people that you don't see often, family members or, older family members, make sure that you spend the time with them and that you see them, you say hello and you thank them for coming, because I know that we had multiple people that came to our wedding that have passed away.
Point.
And so, and that was the last time that we saw them. So make sure that you are, you know, just giving them the appreciation and showing them how much you are thankful for them being there. And
Good advice.
yeah.
Get you a wedding Fred.
Yes. Oh, yes.
A wedding
A
what?
funeral Fred.
Wedding and funeral, Fred.
You need to, clearly Big Brain has
Not a
been listening
listener.
to everything.
Yeah.
She asked who Funeral Fred was.
Dinner.
Well, I think we're out of time.
Yeah, Wire Park, might have to wait for that one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I think that's some good advice, everybody. Thank you for listening to us. We'll make it a year or two.
The script is in, the Chiefs win. I just wanted to sprinkle a little sports
Super Bowl
in.
tomorrow night. Everybody enjoy it. I don't know. Everybody says
The
Chiefs
commercials
are
do
going.
look good.
There you go, and
A
we'll see what Taylor does. 'Cause
lot
that's
of
what it's all
Kelsey's.
Is she coming? Do we know yet?
She's already en route.
about. There
It's
you
already
go.
made
A
possible from her
$2.3
flight from
million
Japan.
suite. So
Yeah. But well, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. This was a fun episode for us. Hopefully, everybody else enjoys it.
Yeah,
we
hopefully-
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And at the end of the day,
FCC doesn't find us.
yeah. At the end of the day,
Big Brain was bringing the old explicatives.
at the end of the day, I'm paying for this, so who cares? So, you know, they can't cancel somebody that's funding the wrong way. So, anyways, we enjoyed it. We're about to go.
Is it more than $9.72?
It's a month, not a day. Anyways, we appreciate everybody listening. Hope everybody has a happy Valentine's Day. Anybody else have anything to add before we get out of here? Big
Have
Brain?
safe sex.
That's
I do not
correct.
like seeing STDs.
Great advice.
That's great. I can't argue.
Yeah, I can't argue with
How
that.
about
I
be
think
safe?
Yeah.
Golly,
And be
she's
safe.
on one
Or
today.
unplanned pregnancies.
There you
yeah,
go.
there you go.
Big Brain can help you with those though. Reach out.
She loves life. So,
I
all
do.
right. Well, we're gonna get out of here.
Please.
And,
Please, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna go.
Love
have
is
some- I'm
everlasting.
gonna go ponder if this is gonna be posted or not.
Yeah.
And episode 19 in the books.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yes, I did get yelled at going to this one too.